Hey guys, so I got another really awesome Facebook Marketplace score to share with you. You never know what's out there. I always keep my eyes open on Marketplace because stuff just pops up all the time, and you never know what might show up that might pique your interest and you might want to add to your collection. So I got a table full of some really cool stuff. Gonna go ahead and bring you in. I'm gonna show you what I got. All right. So as you see, got a table full of paper items, pretty much mostly newspapers here from the war, from World War II. There's actually a few of them that are from before the war. I saw one was like 1935, 36. I think one was around 1940. But most of them are war years. And you see I've got some other stuff off here to the side. And so basically, like I said, I'm always looking on Marketplace. You never know what you'll find. And it's been about a week and a half ago that I saw these items listed. And I reached out to the seller and told him, about myself, that I'm a collector and everything. And the seller was real excited to hear that because they wanted this stuff to go to a collector, someone that would appreciate it. And so we made up an arrangement for me to go the next day and get these items. And it was about an hour round trip. And as you see, it was definitely worth the trip. Got there and talked to the seller for a while. Again, told her about myself and showed her pictures of my collection, different things like that. And she said she'd keep me in mind if she comes across any other old military stuff. And so she actually, I gave her price. She wanted $120 for all of this. Again, it's mostly newspapers. Old newspapers, and again there's a bunch of like newspaper clippings and a little bit of other stuff here as well, including it's kind of buried here, unfortunately. I ran out of table space, but there's actually letters here. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 30 something letters under here. I'll show you more of in a minute. And all of this stuff came from a World War II Marine Corps veteran, and his name was Charles Keller. And I'm still researching him, but what I found is that Mr. Keller was born on March 30th of 1924, and he passed away on April 18th of 2010. He was 86 years old, and again, he was in the Marine Corps during World War II. Still researching his life and service, but based off some of the letters, at some point, he was in the 3rd Amphibious Corps. A lot of the newspaper clippings and stuff have to do with like, Marine Corps, Pacific Theater battles and just different things taking place. There's a lot of clippings about Okinawa. Again, still trying to research him, but again, his name was Charles J. Keller, born 1924, died 2010. And it's just so cool, reading letters, and honestly, I haven't even read all of them, and just looking at old newspapers, hadn't even gone through all of these yet either. But, just the headlines and just the way stuff was printed and worded and everything, it's really cool to add stuff like this to the collection. A lot of people don't like paper items, obviously, because they can deteriorate and become brittle and tear. Some of these are kind of weak, but something I wanted to share with you that I honestly didn't even know was right in here. As I was pulling the newspapers out, I got them they came in a tote, like a clear tote, and there's actually a couple newspapers here that are from Germany. They're in German, and like I said, I didn't know they were in there. And I guess they would be from 1938, if I'm not mistaken. So some old newspapers from again, Germany, and they've been rolled up, so they're kind of curling on me and everything. And here's the other one right here, which I guess would have been Christmas, December 25th of 1938. Don't know what they say or anything. Obviously, I don't speak German or read it, but I know there's a lot of collectors out there and everything. But pretty cool just to find these two random ones mixed in with all these local newspapers here. And again, there's just so many headlines and stuff, so many different dates. Most of them are from like 1943 to 1945. Again, I haven't thoroughly gone through them all myself, but also came with this Christmas dinner 1943 from the Marine Barracks, Quantico, Virginia. Season's greetings, which is pretty cool. And it's just got, information like the menu and just people and stuff like here, as far as cooks and just different people that were there. Again, just other little information. No meals served without this card, which is pretty cool. And I actually just see that now. USS Fairland, Guam to Okinawa. So that's pretty interesting. Again, I just pulled all this out for the video, and I'm still kind of looking, trying to figure out what's what. There's also even like little local newspaper articles about local veterans who were killed during the war. And again, there's probably 20 to 30 letters in here. And like I said, I just ran out of table space. And see, there's just so many of them here. Like I said, probably around 30 or so letters. I know it's hard for y'all to see. See, this right here is where I got his unit. I guess Headquarters Battalion 62 Section, or I can't even read it. 3rd Amphibious Corps, Charles Keller. And then here's another one right here. Headquarters Battalion 62 Sect, I guess 3rd Amphibious Corps. But a lot of them, you know, he's just kind of talking about, you know, where he's at. Again, it's censored, you know, somewhat. He can't say exactly where he's at, but just kind of giving a little bit of information here and there. And then asking how his family's doing. Now, this right here says 1st Marine Division, which is pretty interesting. Which, again, this is a sergeant evidently writing to Mr. Keller's wife. Maybe just giving information. But I'm really looking forward to hopefully spending some time going through a lot of this stuff here soon. I'm actually going to be off work for 6 days in a row coming up this week. Looking forward to that. But something else I wanted to share with you guys just real quick is, you know, when I got there, the lady actually said that she had a field jacket as well. And so she showed it to me and everything, and I told her, it's, you know, it is World War II, and she wanted me to just have it. She just wanted to give it to me. I did offer to buy it from her. She did not want anything for it, and so it's just been something that's kind of been sitting around the house evidently for a while. So I got this World War II M43 field jacket, and I got it home. You know, I just kind of briefly looked at it when she was kind of showing it to me. I got it home, and then once I got it home, I realized there was something different about it. And I was like, man, look, the pockets here, they're like, it's just a flap with no pocket. Same thing on this side, but it has the lower pockets. And I got looking, it took me a second, but then I figured out, okay, I know what the problem is, or what the difference is. It's not a problem, but what it is, this is actually a female M43 field jacket. Because you see, the buttons are on the opposite side. This is something I've talked about in things you didn't know about collecting, is female jackets and uniforms, you know, and even nowadays the clothing women wear, the buttons are on the left, whereas men's clothing, the buttons are on the right. And again, you know, they had just the flaps with no pocket. There's little differences here and there that I guess can tell you the difference between a female and a male's field jacket or clothing. But that was pretty cool, you know, and I'm thankful, again, she didn't want nothing. I'm not thankful she didn't want nothing, but I'm thankful that she just kind of threw it in there, you know. But again, I did offer to buy it, but she just wanted me to have it. You know, some people just, it's not about the money. They just want something to go to a good home. And so I'm very grateful for this person. We'll definitely stay in contact. We've actually messaged a little bit since then, just about, you know, collecting and stuff. She shared with me the type of stuff that she collects as well. But anyways, guys, a little bit different video here as far as the ephemera. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. I always butcher that word. Just a paper grouping, mostly. Hopefully I can find out more about the veterans service and everything. Pretty cool to see all these old headlines and just different things here from the war. Definitely got to be careful, you know, handling all these paper items. But some pretty cool stuff here. I wish I had time to show you all of them, but this is probably like a 45-minute video. I appreciate you guys that are still with me. Take care of yourselves. God bless all of you. And I'll be getting back to you soon. Thank you.